Hey guys, how you doing? This is Witty, and today I would like to talk about Blizzard All-Stars. Or do I mean Heroes of the Storm? Yes. For those of you that don't know about this game, then I shall read the Wikipedia page regarding it. Heroes of the Storm is an upcoming multiplayer online battle arena video game developed by Blizzard Entertainment. The basis of this game is the combination of heroes from Blizzard's Warcraft, Diablo and StarCraft franchises. It is planned to be a free-to-play digitally distributed online game, supported by microtransactions. As of August 2013, the game was in internal testing at Blizzard. So, for those of you that are familiar with League of Legends or Dota 2, so Dota from the original Warcraft 3, this is essentially that. Obviously they're making their own game out of it, and it's going to be different to some degree, but it's essentially the same sort of core style of gameplay. So you've got 5 versus 5, battling it out, minions spawning on either side, 5 heroes for each team, and one team has got to beat the other team. They've got to destroy the Nexus or whatever it's called that is going to be. And this is a game I am really excited for. I've been waiting for this for a long time. There's no announcement of it, but this is just a clear indicator that things are in the right direction, that things are moving in the right direction. I heard about the Heroes of the Storm sort of being trademarked, I think it was, or copyrighted, however they do it, by Blizzard Entertainment Inc. A few days ago, or whenever that was, a short while ago. And I had a slight inclination it might be that Blizzard All-Stars changes their name to this, but I didn't know for sure. And this seems pretty damn official, because if you want to go to, rather than me pointing annotations, although I could do, but I need to be able to see myself when I do this, otherwise I point all over the wrong place. Okay, so we go to this link here. This will take you to the MMO champion comment board for the Blizzard All-Stars becomes Heroes of the Storm article, and it also has a little YouTube video that supports this basically. So there's a little link for you there. You might want to check that out, and feel free to obviously read the comments, see what people are saying. If you're not too familiar with this type of game, you'll probably get some insight from those fellas in that comment board. And then really there's not that much else to go on other than a few pictures, and a couple of the pictures just look like the background on one of them is like this kind of Tron looking background, and that was, I remember seeing a Blizzard All-Stars trailer, I think it's even a year ago or maybe more, of like red versus blue kind of thing, and they used like the similar kind of art design here, and it's just got a Heroes of the Storm logo in the front, which is obviously a newly created thing. So the real logo, by the looks of it, is this kind of tri-symbol yin-yang style logo. So there's like 3 little glaives or shards, if you will, sort of like rotating around each other. So that's probably going to be the symbol for Heroes of the Storm. And I'll read a little bit more out of the Heroes of the Storm page on Wikipedia, the bits that I thought were worth noting. Not that there's that much information on it, because it's still in the works. Let's have a look. Okay. So this is talking about the development. As a part of the arcade feature for StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty, a custom map called Blizzard Dota was announced alongside several other mods of Blizzard Entertainment at BlizzCon 2010. At that time, the map was developed to showcase the modern abilities that were added to the StarCraft 2 in 2011. However, development of Blizzard Dota was rebooted and demoed at BlizzCon 2011. In comparison to the previous iteration previewed at BlizzCon 2010, the gameplay was described as fast and streamlined. Following the announcement of Dota 2 by Valve, oh, that's just jargon regarding Blizzard sort of like having legal issues with the original. It's not, you can read that if you want, go to the page, but it's not really something I need to cover here. just sort of issues about the term Dota and stuff like that, and Blizzard All-Stars, Blizzard Dota, basically naming issues, which is why they've changed the name quite a lot. And Heroes of the Storm is almost definitely going to be probably the final product, I would imagine. I very much doubt they're going to change that name again, and it's a good enough name. I quite like that. That's fine. Like I say, I had a little inclination. I was like, Heroes of the Storm. Well, the Heroes of the Storm. It's got that kind of Dota vibe to it. The 4 letters becomes an acronym, HOTS. So the only interesting part about that is the fact that StarCraft 2, Heart of the Swarm, already exists, which is the acronym for that is obviously HOTS as well. So I don't know. I'm going to read this a little bit, and then I'm going to say what I was going to say before I read this. So in June 2012, Dustin Browder, the director of StarCraft 2, stated that Blizzard All-Stars did not have a release date, but that it would definitely be after the release of StarCraft 2, Heart of the Swarm. In an interview in 2013, January, he noted that parts of the game were starting to feel really good, with a really tight multiplayer experience, but that there was no way to project a timeline on it, since it was not complete enough to run a company-wide internal alpha test. In February 2013, the Activision Blizzard fourth quarter 2012 earnings report listed Blizzard All-Stars as one of the areas of continued investment for Blizzard throughout 2013. Dustin Browder commented in 2013 of March that a few artists had transitioned from the StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm team to work on Blizzard's All-Stars for the time being, along with a few designers on the team. In 2013, Blizzard president Mike Morhaime said that the game had reached a significant internal testing milestone and was going into wider internal testing, describing it as an action real-time strategy game. He said that Blizzard was looking to put their own spin on the genre and challenge some of the existing design paradigms. The Blizzard All-Stars team was expanded in May 2013 from some of the resources who were relocated when Blizzard's Project Titan project was rebooted and the team downsized. On October 17, 2013, the name of the game was changed to Heroes of the Storm. So, yeah, my theory is that whilst it's definitely in development, and I had the big feeling, obviously, I mean, we didn't have the BlizzCon last year, and this BlizzCon is going to obviously announce quite a lot, I imagine. It's got to have a lot of information in it. It's going to be a lot of really fun to cover that, and I really want to cover the BlizzCon coming up. And yes, basically, I thought that maybe this game, Heroes of the Storm now, would come out possibly roughly after Wings of Legacy, or what's it called? Not Wings of Legacy, Legacy of the Void, which is the third expansion, or rather, whatever you want to look at it. Yeah, it's basically the third in the series of StarCraft 2 games. And yeah, apparently they intend to release this after Heart of the Swarm, but I don't see that because a beta hasn't even begun. And betas take a long enough time as it is. Not to mention you've got to wait until BlizzCon for this to be announced, and then shortly afterwards you'll probably see a beta for the game. It'll be sort of quite a while, I imagine, before open beta begins as well, because this is a kind of game that's going to require a lot of balancing between all the different heroes that they're going to have. But I assume that they've probably got the gameplay intact, and there's not going to be that much to test in that, apart from basically obvious things like bugs, exploits, imbalance issues, essentially. So it's not the most overly complicated game to balance, but there's still quite a lot to it that could make it either incredibly imbalanced or very tight and balanced, and just, you know, every hero bounces off each other's heroes, and there's a counter to each one, but the counter isn't like a direct counter, it's still beatable. It's just a clear counter to some degree. And I mean, Heart of the Swarm, when did that come out? That came out at the start of this year, didn't it? Sort of like February or something like that, I think. And Legacy of the Void, I mean, they took like 2 years to bring Heart of the Swarm out, which was a really long time. And Legacy of the Void, that goes down the same path. I suppose you could have this come out before Legacy of the Void, but I wouldn't have thought it would come out that much before the Legacy of the Void. Plus, I would have thought they'd want to crack on with Legacy of the Void a little bit to get StarCraft 2 kind of finalised and balanced, because I'm not sure how well that's doing in the esports world. It's still a big game, don't get me wrong, but I feel like they need to get sort of like to the end of that and then concentrate on tightening that game up and making it what it is, because the balance is going to change as soon as the expansion comes and Legacy of the Void is a new game, and then they're going to have to re-tighten all of that again. So I would have thought they'd want to get that done before Blizzard All-Stars Heroes of the Storm, slip there, Heroes of the Storm comes out. I'm going to have to get used to calling it that now, because yeah, it's exciting stuff. I'm really looking forward to this, and it's a game that I really want to cover, because I wasn't too fussed about the League of Legends. I could hop on that train if I wanted to. I could hop on the Dota 2 train if I wanted to, but I'm holding out. I'm the kind of person that holds out for a good thing, and there's a lot of people that enjoy League of Legends, a lot of people that enjoy Dota 2. They're both impressive games in their own right, but I am a bit of a Blizzard fanboy in my own right, and I have been waiting a long time for a game that features Blizzard heroes, essentially, from all of their games, their genres, in a Dota-style game, because Dota-style games are fun if you're into them. And a game that has all of the heroes and just elements of Blizzard, Warcraft, Diablo, StarCraft, has all of those elements, and it's just going to be absolute nerdgasm for someone like me. I love that kind of stuff, and I could cover so much of that on this channel. It could easily, well and truly, be the next big thing for me, but we'll have to see. And it's obviously, like I say, it's still going to be a while, but I would really hope to get into an early version of the beta, or basically once they start bringing the betas out, because I've got screwed over on the Hearthstone, and the Hearthstone's an interesting game, and I'd love to cover that as well. But this is the one that I'm really looking forward to, and if I could get a beta into this game, it would be pretty damn insane, because I would put all of my effort into covering as much of it as possible, doing all sorts of guides that you could possibly imagine. Because if you've checked out any of my other guides, I've done guides for Diablo 3 and StarCraft 2. Unfortunately, they didn't do so well. Or the Diablo did very well, actually. And that's a nice clear cut. Look up the Diablo 3. I guess I'll give a link. It's just easier to do that. The Diablo 3, how to kill Diablo at the end of Diablo 3. And I killed him within a week. And Blizzard thought it was going to take months before people killed him on the hardest setting. Not that hard. And I did it wrong, basically. My guide, if I was obviously to change it, I would have changed quite a few things. Although the balance of Diablo 3 has changed a lot since I created that guide, since that was done quite a while ago now. But yeah, I wasn't even doing it exactly right. The guide's still solid. I give you all the information, but the abilities I would have changed for, I can't even remember the names of the abilities, but it's basically the big purple ball that fires out, costs 10. This is with the Demon Hunter. This is a guide for the Demon Hunter. And yeah, I also had the guide for the StarCraft 2 stuff. I guess I'll put a link up there for that as well, if you want to check that out. I really worked my arse off on that one. That's the StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm guide. It's essentially perfected. It's as fast as you can possibly complete the levels on the campaign and on the hardest difficulty. And I had to play those like over and over, perfect it, get it all recorded, edited, sound voiced over. Wow, did that take so much effort, and I got nothing for it. Absolutely no payoff whatsoever. But I still don't regret doing it, because I learnt a lot. It's taught me a lot. I know how to create guides, and I can enhance on what I already know when it comes to Heroes of the Storm, hopefully. So as you can see, I'm pretty excited about this, and it's definitely something in the works, and I want to get cracking with that. Maybe get some, I don't know, artwork for it sorted out in advance so that I can be prepared. But let me know what you think about Heroes of the Storm. Some of you are going to hate the idea, going to hate the whole Dota style game. Some of you are going to love it. You're going to be desperately waiting for this. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Anyway, thank you for watching. This has been WTii. Please subscribe, like and comment. Take care.